recording, that's right. Hey everybody, it's time for more of the 100-line Last Defense Academy, and guess what? It's fucking free time! Okay, hey, Kurato's out here. I'm gonna go bother her. I can't hang out with her, but I am gonna go bother her. Leave it all to me. It is the duty of the nobility to lead the lower class. Okay. Yeah, sure. Alright, what should I do? I can hang out with Ato. I do kind of want to talk to Kako, because I feel like she's going to be the next to break. And then Ima's going to be like, ugh. She's deep in thought. Better leave her to it, then. What are my stats like right now? Hold on, this is the wrong menu. Report card, please. Math. I could go linguistics. I could go social studies. Let's actually go to the garage and find out what would be like best. Hey, brother. All right, what am I looking for? Who's low? I would love to see what sort of things Shijoma has. Omega Punch. Try to actually attack for once, inflict stun on the user. No, this ability seems worthless. What do you mean? It looks like linguistics will be the stat for him, though. Now, Counter-Strike wouldn't be terrible for him. Let's do... Gain more voltage. Alright, Nozomi... Extra rescue bullet wouldn't be terrible, but it does cost 1,200 is the fucking problem. Ugh. Can you do anything cool? Craft support tower. Okay, I need social studies. So who can I get social studies from? No. 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 There's nobody that gives me social studies, huh? Troubling. Oh, Nozomi's in the hallway. Let's see if I can actually talk to her now. Probably not. I assume that'll be a story beat. It would make sense to me anyway. Hello. We have to make sure we're fully prepared for the next defensive battle. We're the only ones who can protect everyone in the Tokyo residential complex. I can finally go in the gym. Wow. I guess I'd been in the gym at least once before. I can see if I can make anything else. I really need social studies, though, is my problem. Hi, Shoma. What up, brother? Even a worthless maggot like me is feeling like things are going rather well. Alright, if I get a second free time, I'll probably go on an adventure and get some more stuff so I can build things in the metal shop. Nobody gives me social studies, though, huh? Well, let's check out the... Oh, no, the strange room isn't it. Nope, wrong. I want the training room. I want to see if there's any more VR training available. There is a new one. Gives me 3,000 BP. Does this use up the whole day to do? No. I need social studies. I want social studies. I'll go to the library to get more social studies. Because I don't know which character gives me social studies, so that doesn't help either. Read a book? Time will pass. Yes. What can I read? Complex language, Tokyo residential. I'm still in the middle of this book. Maybe I'll read it to the end. Increase my observation by 10. Wow. Dong dong ding bong.
Howdy, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while... Well then.
Good night. Looks like another day's over. There's nothing to do here at night. I'll just go to bed and rest up for tomorrow. And so our 45th day at Last Defense Academy ended without incident.
Up and at 'em, troops! Time to get ready for... Prepare to be ready to give your...
Yeah, man. Ding dong. Right after the morning announcement ended, another sound echoed throughout my room. The doorbell. Huh? Who could need to talk to me this early? Not really expecting anything, I opened the door. I got a shock when I saw who was there, though. Good morning. Do you have a minute? Morning. Sure, come on in. I did my best to act like I would if I were welcoming any other friend into my room, but it wasn't convincing. I was still nervous around here, even more so now that we were alone. Now that we've cleared everything up between our two groups, I can tell you about this with a clear conscience. It's time you knew about world death. According to the information Nigo shared with us, world death was the catalyst for this entire war. This is the thing that started it all? More than that, it's also the reason humanity is now confined to the Tokyo residential complex. World death has decimated the human population and forced survivors to take shelter underground. You'll really tell me? That's great. It's been on my mind for a while now. We're going to tell everyone together. When you're ready, come meet us in the war room. The war room? Okay, I'll be right there. And one more thing. You said you knew someone who looks just like me. Could you tell me a little about her sometime? If it's okay with you, I mean. Flashing me a gentle smile, Nozomi left the room. I never thought she'd be the one to make the first move. I'm glad she did, though. I was way too nervous to bring it up. Someone who looks just like her. I don't know if that's the way I'd put it, but... No, first things first, I should head over to the war room and hear what they have to say. Hey, Kako. Oh, hi, Kako. What are you doing here on your own? I was thinking, is it okay for me to carry on like this? Even Shoma found the courage to change for the better. I wish I could be more like the rest of you, fighting to protect the people I love. Are you sure you're all right? Kako walked away, heading for the war room with a profoundly thoughtful expression on her face. I hope she punches Ima straight in the balls. Which way from the stairs? Where are the stairs? The stairs are here. If I go left, and there's bathrooms. My god, I'm learning! Alright, looks like everyone's here. Yes, indeed. All the dull-eyed simpletons with no refinement, no social standing, and no future, all gathered together in one place. The future's an unwritten book. I could still make something of myself. Anyway, let me cut right to the chase. Chase, we called you all here to talk about world death. You said before that it was what caused this war between us and the invaders. What is it exactly? We'll tell you everything that Nigo told us. It's a long story, but bear with us, okay? That's your cue, Kyoshika. Huh? What? Me? But I haven't prepared anything. You're in charge of explanations. It's what you're good at. Explanations and exhibitionism. You're a double threat. I am not taking my clothes off. Don't worry, I'll take the lead here. Before I start, there's some terminology we need to get straight. Back in the Tokyo residential complex, did you ever hear about something called Planet Earth? Planet Earth? I've heard of it, sure. I can't say I know very much about it, though. Same here. From what I read in the library books back home, it's where humanity used to live, right? They mention it in old manga sometimes, too. It's supposed to be really huge, like hundreds of times bigger than the complex. I think that's about all any of us know. They kind of skimmed over the subject in school. Humanity once lived all over planet Earth. The population was in the billions. And they didn't live under a giant ceiling either. They had an open sky just like the one here. Billions? That many? But then a phenomenon that came to be known as world death changed everything. Earth was no longer able to support life like it once had, and the population began to decline rapidly. To combat this, giant underground shelters were constructed to house the survivors before humanity died out completely. Underground shelters? You mean... Yes, that's what the place we grew up in really is. The Tokyo residential complex is a colossal shelter hidden deep beneath the Earth's surface. A shelter? The whole thing? All this happened a long time ago, so even Nico wasn't sure how accurate this information is anymore. But so far as we know, our community in the Tokyo residential complex is the last of humanity and has been for hundreds of years now. Wow, we're really getting a history lesson today, huh? I never even knew there was a time before the TRC. And world death is what forced everyone down there. Just what kind of phenomenon is it? Essentially, the planet began killing itself. It did what? According to Nigo, the Earth has a life of its own, and while it's not quite like ours, it has its own will, too. When the planet decided to end its life, numerous natural disasters started occurring all over around the world. That was world death. The planet tried to kill itself. It can do that? But what drove the Earth to do that to itself? Remember how we said the human population was in the billions? Well, they all needed somewhere to live. They developed and cultivated the world around them as they saw fit, not really giving a crap about the long-term consequences. Pretty soon they were draining the planet's resources faster than it could replenish them. Not to mention the many wars humanity fought against each other. Some of them were so bad they left the Earth permanently scarred. They couldn't put up with that kind of abuse forever. Something had to give. I'm not surprised. Leeching off someone else without ever giving anything back and abusing them on top of that sounds like my scumbag brother. They didn't realize the planet had a mind of its own, but they should have known better. Humanity continued to propagate, willfully ignorant of the damage they were doing. Of course, the Earth wasn't completely powerless. It showed its resistance with earthquakes, tsunamis, wildfires, volcanic eruptions, stuff like that. But no one recognized those disasters for what they were. They ignored the warning signs and just kept on keeping on. Right, just like how he ignored all the eviction notices and restraining orders and doubled down on the violence. You're making it really hard for us to ignore you. Finally, Earth reached its breaking point and shut himself in his room to wallow in self-loathing and play gory anime games all day. You can tell us if your twisted family history later to shut up for a minute. As I was saying, Earth turns to its last resort, to kill itself and take mankind out with it. You gotta admit, world death is a pretty fitting name. So the planet dying, the planet choosing to kill itself, was humanity's fault? Not a pleasant thought, is it? The Earth must have really hated us by then. It's hard to imagine the kind of overwhelming despair that would make something do that. Once world death began, there was no stopping it. The environment became barren, hostile. Millions, no billions of lives were lost. The only reason humanity didn't go extinct is because a handful of communities were able to escape into the shelters. Like the Tokyo residential complex. Have you ever wondered where the name comes from? Most of the people in the complex are descended from residents of Tokyo, a metropolis that stood on the surface hundreds of years ago. Of course, it's been so long that no one remembers what kind of place it was or why it was called that. Whole generations have lived their lives without any awareness of the world outside the complex. Us included, naturally. By the time we were born, humanity had already been living underground for centuries. Until we were brought here, the complex, the shelter, was our entire world. We ain't in the complex anymore, sir. You're saying this is what the surface looks like now?
Yes. This is what Earth became, after it was ravaged by world death. This is the land where our ancestors lived. You can see now why they had to go underground.
For real? If it's that bad, should we even be here? Shouldn't we get back to the complex and... The complex isn't necessarily any safer, not anymore. What do you mean? The TRC's days are numbered. The whole place is gonna collapse soon. What? Why? How? World death is still going on. It won't end until all life on Earth is extinguished. It's only a matter of time until our little pocket of humanity runs out of resources and finally gives up the ghost. No way! There's just one thing that can save humanity from the effects of world death and give everyone a brighter future. And that's whatever is in the defense room of this academy, or so Nigo said. It can save us from world death? But what is it? What is this school here to protect? Perchance it's a set of mystical artifacts that grant a single wish when brought together. Or maybe it's just one and we'll have to set out on a journey across the universe to collect the others. A grand tour, if you will. I can't believe it. What, you think you could just ask the Eternal Dragon to bring everyone back? Get with the program, Grandma. It's all about permadeath these days. Once you're gone, you're gone. Nay, morbid stories where everyone dies are even more out of date. In trying times, people need something more uplifting. Can you two have this discussion somewhere else? Unfortunately, Nigo didn't have the clearance to actually tell us what's in the defense room. Said it had to remain secret so the enemy couldn't get wind of it. But there was one thing he was very clear on. Whatever this thing is, it's humanity's last hope. That sounds ominous. And we're fairly certain that something is going to happen on our 100th day here. Something is going to activate or awaken or something. At any rate, that's what will deliver humanity from world death. We'll be able to live and thrive on the surface again. All we have to do is make it to day 100. Nozomi said it's our last hope, but last chance might be more appropriate. If we mess it up, mankind is done for. Our last chance. And the invaders are trying to stop this world-saving event from happening. Yeah, the invaders are another thing we didn't get that many details on. But judging by what we have been told, we've come to a conclusion on our own. The invaders are world death itself. Like something summoned by a curse? The Earth must have given birth to them to further advance world death and the eradication of all life on the planet. You've seen the way they fight. It's not such a stretch, is it? And it would explain why they're so fixated on destroying the school. So they're not actually an invading force so much as manifestations of the planet's will? Then the Earth itself is the final boss here? How are we supposed to deal with that? Things have gotten really heavy, huh? Yeah, sorry, I started getting nervous again. Now do you see why it's so important that we protect whatever's in the defense room from the invaders? We haven't been exaggerating. Humanity's future really does depend on us. The hopes and dreams of all mankind rest on our shoulders. We can't let them down. If we lose here, it's all over. So that's how it is. There you have it, a comprehensive summary of the situation. This is why we must strive for nothing less than total victory. Why are you looking so pleased with yourself? You didn't contribute to that comprehensive summary at all, you glory-hogging chowderhead. Forgive me, that was never my intent. If you want forgiveness, strip down and bear your contrition for all to see, but leave those ridiculous sneakers on. You'll look even more exposed that way. Why this sudden fixation on me getting naked, Lady Kurara? If everything you've told us is true, then yes, we do understand now. We finally know what this war is all about and how important it is. Better late than never, I guess. It explains the difference in the two groups' attitudes as well. It's no wonder Nozomi and the others all have such a strong sense of duty. Us, on the other hand, Sea-Ray was killed before we could hear about any of this. We've just been fighting for our own reasons in our own disorganized way. Damn, wish we'd known this sooner. I'm more fired up than ever now. Fighting to save people, that's one thing, but saving all of humanity, that's on a whole other level. If we pull this off, we'll be heroes. We'll probably get a reward and everything. I mean, if we save all of mankind from destruction, no one's gonna begrudge us a couple million yen here or there, right? I knew whatever was going on here was serious, but I never thought it was this bad. I might have been better off not knowing. I still think the people in charge are crazy for sending an unremarkable nematode like me. But since I'm here, I guess I should give it my all too. Don't worry, so long as we work together, we can overcome anything, even world death. Everyone's sounding a lot more motivated now. We're still missing a lot of details, but it's enough for us to start presenting a more united front. This doesn't feel like some random war we were forced into anymore. It's so much more than that. Okay, so some of us are taking it better than others. It is a lot to take in after all. Sorry to have to be the fly in your ointment, but I still have some reservations. Now more than ever, I have to wonder, if this mission is so important, why entrust it to a bunch of random teenagers? I'm sorry, I can't answer that. Nico didn't seem to know anything about the selection process. Maybe there's a clue in the dreams Shoma's been having. The ones about us being experimented on in that place, Kamakura General Hospital, was it? Interesting idea. Too bad it's not really enough to go on. I'm sorry, my peanut kernel of a brain can only handle so much. What you think, Ima, Kako? Does this make you all want to fight like the rest of us? Us? Fight? Yeah, humanity's future is on the line, you know? Mr. Yakoshiji, I think you need to get your hearing checked. I've already made my position quite clear. I don't care about humanity. I don't care what happens to the complex, or the planet for that matter. We've no real reason to get involved, so we'll just leave the fighting to you. Isn't that right, sister dearest? But if it's to defend all of mankind, then... See, my dear sister agrees. Let the girl talk for herself, man. If that's all, we'll be leaving now. I haven't had breakfast yet, and I'm positively famished. Good luck with the whole saving the world thing, everyone. Nonchalant as ever, Ima turned and left, dragging Kako along behind him. Okay, something's seriously wrong with the Wonder Twins over there. How can they remain so detached from everything? They're like two self-obsessed peas in a pod. Still cute, though. Do young people today have no notion of social responsibility? But fear not, the holy Jumanji sword and I will beat some sense into them. Leave them, Kyoshika. Trying to force them will only push them away further. That's just the way they are. There's not a lot we can do about it. You okay, Eito? I'll be fine. This long discussion is starting to take its toll on me, that's all. We've been talking for a while now. Maybe we should end the meeting here and give everyone some time to process this information. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. She'll probably short-circuit if she has to listen to any more. Everyone else seemed to agree with the sentiment, so we decided to go back to our rooms for the time being. Who's the time being? What a start to the day. I have a feeling this will do wonders for our morale, though. Protecting this school means putting a stop to world death. It means bringing back hope to a dying world. We may not know why we were chosen for this mission, but that doesn't change what we need to do. I'll keep fighting, for the good of humanity, for everyone back in the complex, and for Katawa. Now that that's settled, what should I do for the rest of the day? I don't really feel like sitting around doing nothing right now. I could read another social studies book if no one's around to, like, teach me social studies. Nope. Nope. Science. Why is no one know social studies? I can't even hang out with Takamaru right now. What the fuck? Where is Kako? Is she like in the hallway someplace? No. No, she's not. Well, you know what? I did say if I got a second free time, I would go look for stuff. So let me see what I need in the metal shop. Let's take a look at my materials. I need minerals and metal desperately, and cloth less desperately. Okay, let's do that. Let's go look for minerals and metal. Rain check. Minerals and machines. BP and minerals. Is there a BP and machines? Yes, there is.
Let us depart.
Okay, so I should be going for minerals, machines. I think if I go north, that's my best bet. Because I've still only got level 2 fire extinguisher, I believe. So, but I can go north. There just aren't any checkpoints up there, but that will get me a machine ship piece. Desert East is incorrect. West, Desert, East. Is Desert the top one? I think it is. It is, okay. Is there more paths around here? Yeah, there's another one over there, but it's level 5. Is there anywhere else to go? Are there any other checkpoints? I haven't seen one yet. There's some sort of big something up there. Yeah, I don't see a single other checkpoint on this entire fucking map. Play the school song over it. You hear singing in the distance. Ignore it and move on. Ah. Well, that's annoying. Dismantle miniature robot. Got a functioning motor.
I'll take that.
See shooting star. Make a wish now. Wish for HP recovery, please. Fix Kyoshika. She got real fucked up. Could do with some BP while I haven't really taken that much damage. Now I don't have my big hitters that I've usually got with me, so like I gotta be careful. I think I've got car still. Oh, there's some strong ones here.
Let us begin.
Chikure no Mai.
I got this. You'll go no further.
Ready when you are.
I believe
Leave it to me.
Kyoshika's attacks ignore armor, right? Yes.
Hi. My apologies. Let us begin.
Hit her with an
This should
agility
end it
potion.
up. 2 arms.
Oh, only the Jumanji slash does that. Okay. Oh, it's got 8 health, not 6. I'm a fool. What the hell is that thing? Attack target when attacking. Okay, well, I think
Onward.
Jumanji slash is only 2. There's no way to hit both of them. I think it would be better to hit both of these. What is your attack? Attack is still only 1. That's not bad.
Leave it to me. You've left yourself open. I've got you.
Locked and loaded!
That's not worth it.
Here we go.
Let us begin. On guard.
Alright, this is gonna be bad, probably.
Ah!
Ouch! Kneel before me!
Bonk.
Next!
Onward.
Alright, now I use Shikado no Mai.
Banzai. I'm burnt out.
I'm good whenever! How's...
That should get me some
Here's
BP, I
something.
believe. Oh, it got me a rock. Great. I got a rock. Rains, check the cockpit. The Vulcan cannon fired, blasting away surrounding debris. The better view it made for easier searching a little bit. Nice. Play the tape. Hey.
Here's what I found.
Go. Dismantle the machines.
Here's what I found.
Dismantle a large clock. Battle, but we got a large key wrap.
I'll take that.
Yoink. I could do with more rocks, actually, but, like, the metal is good. The metal is good. The BP is also good, TBH. Same pattern.
I'll put an end to
Alright,
this.
so mounted turret there.
This is what you deserve!
Let's go. That's it.
Leave it to me. Flash! I've got you.
How much health that got? And
My
how much
turn.
attack impact stab? Not enough.
Let us begin. Let's put this to use. Onward. Banzai! Leave it to me. Hi! Let us begin. I'll protect you.
Alright, presumably they will do the same thing again.
Ow!
Leave it to me.
Good in eye.
I leave the rest to you.
Say when.
Make way! Move aside!
Bonk. Can't even get to 100 voltage. SMH my head.
I'll take that.
Let's see. Desert Oasis distance. Head for the Oasis. Battle. Oh. Is it gonna be the same battle? This is a purple, so it might be worse, actually. This looks worse. This looks worse. This looks worse.
My turn at last. You had this coming. I've got this.
How do I rotate you? Can I rotate you? No. Ah, there we go.
This will show them.
Let us begin. Hiya!
That's a big boy.
Onward. This should hinder them. Leave it to me. You've left yourself open! My Apollo, 2 arms!
I'm taking the wheel. Hi-ya!
Leave it to me. Nen! I've got you!
My turn.
What's your attack? Attack 5, huh? That's
Let us
bad.
begin.
Defensive
On guard.
stance, then.
Locked and loaded. Let's roll.
Onward. Hiya! Let us begin. Yeah! My apologies.
Is there any way to hit all of them?
Kneel before me.
Sort of. We'll take it.
See how great this looks. Oh, too easy.
Let's go.
And I didn't even really take any damage from that. Nice. Thanks, Fence.
I'll take that.
A poisonous mushroom, eh? Ooh. That gets me the star.
What a fascinating find.
Oop art part. Worth 200 thing. Okay, am I going anywhere in particular? I'm just kind of wandering. It's a level 4 thing over there. This just kind of loops back down. Yeah, I'm not looking for anything in particular. I'm just kind of trying to get more metal. Check the power reactor. High temperature nuclear reactor.
Here's something.
Dismantle car radio. Ah, Kurara, why? Fry it and eat it. Oh. Play on the swings. Wow. Why is there a cave over here? Dismantle a car radio. Wow. Okay, I think now might be the time to leave.
I'm beat.
Nobody died. But I got a lot of machine parts. Which I needed. So that's good. We take those.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay.
Oops, sorry.
You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while
I
you
got
still
distracted.
can. Well then.
Good night. Day's already over, and just like the announcement says, we got no idea when the next attack might be. But when it does come, I'll be ready. I'll fight with all my might to protect this school. Guess I'll call it a night. Getting enough rest is part of being prepared, too. I lay in bed, close my eyes, and within a few minutes, find myself drifting into a deep sleep. Memory time.
Hey, Karawa?
Yeah? What is it?
Could you help me out with this question? You know I suck at math.
If I just give you the answer, you'll never learn.
No fair.
It's your own fault for leaving all your homework until the last day of summer.
What are you even doing here then? Can't you go read at home?
Your mom asked me to keep an eye on you and make sure you weren't goofing off.
So, I'm basically a prisoner in my own room.
Shut up.
Yup. Now, do a good job and earn that parole.
What's that book you're reading anyway? Looks old.
It's about the world outside the complex.
That again?
Well, it's interesting. Don't you ever wonder what it's like out there? What it was like in the olden days? Reading these old books, I feel like I can imagine it. It gives me a connection to those people who lived under the open sky all those hundreds of years ago. At least, when I can find them, it does. Most libraries don't even stock them anymore. I must have read this book a million times already.
Most people aren't interested in that stuff. The
Stuff.
outside world's a scary place.
No, I think there's more to it than that. The people in charge are probably covering it up. They don't want us to learn too much about the outside world in case it makes us want to leave.
You're a conspiracy theorist now? Give it a rest.
Seriously, though, I'd love to see it for myself someday, even if just for a little while. I want to see the sky and the stars and the moon with my own eyes. This book says they're so pretty, people held parties just to look at them.
Moon? What's that?
A big chunk of rock that floats around the Earth. It's close enough that it looks like it's right above your head. And it's got a pale glow that lights up the night.
Right above your head? What if it falls on us?
Nah, that'll never happen. Besides, don't you have other things to worry about? If you don't finish on time, your mom will take away your video games, you know?
Damn.
Oh, I almost forgot about that. Why does math have to be so hard?
Math is actually really easy is the problem. The thing about math is that it has definite answers. You don't have to have opinions about math. That said, some people do have an easier time writing about things they do have opinions about.
Troops, time! Get ready for your 47. Prepare to be ready to give your...
Yep. How ironic. I never felt any kind of interest in the outside world, but I'm the one who ended up here. I wonder how many people in the complex have ever thought about leaving. Would they even want to live on the surface again? I can't speak for everyone else, but Karawa would love it, that's for sure. We can make it through these 100 days, I can make that happen, right? What would life be like for us then? I can't even imagine it. No use worrying about it now. I have to actually make it through this war first. As for today, I'll start by going to the cafeteria. I'm pretty hungry. Oh, Yogamo is outside. At least I think that was his name. I can't remember. Hey, Takumi. Yugamu. I was thinking, since we're friends now and all, how'd you like to throw away your humanity and get it on my experiments? It'll only hurt for a second.
Hey!
I told you I'm perfectly happy the way I am. Anybody else around? Oh, Karawa's on the first floor someplace. What if I go left? Nope. Oh, there she is. Good morning, Takumi. On your way to the cafeteria? Yeah, and hey, thanks for telling us all that stuff yesterday. I'm sorry it took us so long. I just wish we knew more about World Death. Nico never went into much detail with us. We do know it caused a lot of natural disasters, but could the undying flames be a side effect of it too? Maybe they're effective at keeping the invaders out because they come from the same source, but that's just speculation on my part. It would make a kind of sense if that was it, though. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'll see you later. Oh, I missed that. I don't think we're at the stage where I can start asking about Karo and parallel universes just yet. Why am I walking? I don't know where I'm going. Where's the strange room even? I'm not even going the right way. I walked past the cafeteria. God damn it. Cafeteria was more full than I'd seen it in a while. Main campus and second campus, fighters and non-fighters. They were all there. Sure is busy today. It's kind of nice to see everyone together like this, though. Almost like we're a real class. No offense, but if I had to go to school with these weirdos, I'd never make it to graduation. Don't worry, Gaku. You're less of a classmate and more like a slave who happened to come in through the wrong door. What kind of school would keep slaves on its grounds? I think we'd make a great class. All these strong personalities make it more interesting. Wouldn't you say so, Takumi? Yeah, maybe. Just when I feel like I'm starting to get used to Nozomi, I dream about Karo, and now I'm uncomfortable all over again. We learned a lot about world death yesterday, but I'm still no closer to figuring out the connection between those two. Hey, I thought you guys had morning training around this time. You taking a break today? Yes, we can always train a little later, and it's worth it to get to talk to everyone. I, for one, welcome the change. Just spending a little time as a group in the mornings is sure to bring us all closer together. That stinks. What? Oh no, not whatever vapid inspirational statement you were about to make, Mr. Aotsuki. I mean, there's an actual weird smell in the air. It's like rotting fruit and armpit sweat. Hey, that's my curry you're talking about. You're gonna ruin everyone's first impression of it. Wait, you made more curry? Well, you looked so pathetic when you said how much you wanted to eat it again. I couldn't help myself. Huh? Wait here, I'll go get it. Karo skipped away and returned with a plate of curry, which she set down in front of Gaku. Prepare your taste buds for the ride of their life, courtesy of the Osuzuki family recipe. I expect you to eat it all, even the plate. I'm not eating the plate. Besides, curry is kind of heavy for breakfast. Oh, you unrefined little mole rat. What is it like to live so totally unaware of the world around you? I've adjusted the flavor to make it more suitable for a morning meal. Now hold on to your ass, because this is going to send you into orbit. Come on, I bet it's not that great. Despite his protest, Gaku scooped up a spoonful of curry and brought it self-consciously to his mouth.
This is amazing!
Oh no, he turned into Osamatsu. The taste seems mild at first, but then you realize it doesn't need to flaunt its spiciness. It just lets itself spread around your mouth subtly, demurely. But then the aftertaste hits you and it's like a fireworks display of flavor, sweet and savory, bursting in one after another, perfectly balanced so neither overpowers the other. The more you eat, the stronger the spiciness gets until your tongue is tingling with delight. The contrast it creates with the simple wholesomeness of the rice is sublime. And don't get me started on the texture. The sauce is so creamy and the meat is so tender, I can't stop eating. My body's desperate for more. Slow down, I can't keep up with all this information. This dish is the ultimate evolution of culinary achievement. Bow down before its superior pedigree. Yes, ma'am. It's really all that? Hey, man, let me try some. Just one bite. Me too. How much curry do you guys think is in a lethal dose? Back off. This is mine. Thieves, all of you. You won't take my precious from me. No one can resist the allure of Osuzuki curry. Very well. You may all partake of my family's gift to the curry lovers of the world. Form an order to the line there. They're gonna be like this every morning from now on. Let them have their fun. A little camaraderie might help improve their teamwork. Yeah, I guess you're right. You mind if I ask you something? What is it? When you were a kid, did you want to see the world outside the complex? Did you ever think about that kind of thing? Yes, actually. I thought about it quite a lot. I thought it would be great to see it with my own eyes, even if it was only for a little while. Granted, now that I'm here, it's not exactly what I was expecting. Huh. The lively mood lasted all through breakfast. Eventually, the group dispersed and I headed back to my room. Anytime I talk to Nozomi, it just raises more questions about her and Karawa. Sometimes it feels like their personalities are completely different, but then Nozomi will come out with something I've heard Karawa say before, practically word for word. Are they really parallel versions of each other? I seriously can't think of anything else that would explain it. No use racking my brain about this. I'll try to talk to her more later. In the meantime, what should I do today? I should get more social studies. Actually, I should see if I can craft anything, and then I should get more social studies. May I craft? Excuse me, crafting, please. Ooh. Rocks is the thing I'm out of now. I need more rocks and social studies. I haven't used the explosive mine yet, so I don't know how useful it's going to be. So I will leave that alone for now. In the meantime, I don't think there's anybody I can talk to who will give me social studies. There's just all these fucking scientists around. Was Gaku social studies? I can't remember. I think he might have been. Whatever, there's no one. I'll just do fucking... You know, I could do this, and then I can see if it'll let me do VR training. I'll try reading this book today. Everything there is to know about the Tokyo Residential Complex. The Tokyo Residential Complex is a fortress within an all-weather dome. The size is roughly 390 square miles. It is mankind's sole residential area based on the 23 wards of the old world city of Tokyo. Some 500,000 people live peacefully under a roof that shields the sky. On the surface, society operates under capitalism that encourages the free market, but the wealth gap is rather small and in practice is closer to communism. The Tokyo Residential Complex's governing body is the Tokyo Residential Complex Administration, whose members inherit their positions. The predecessor of the Tokyo Residential Complex was completed around years ago. The sponsor of the construction plan was who was at the time set up the project to protect mankind from together with their sworn friends and they a coup d'etat. Most of this has been censored. It's practically unreadable now. Reading this book increased your exploration by 5. Wow. Now let's see if it lets me do that VR training. Oh yeah, I can actually hang out with him now. Koshika gives Gym 2, shouldn't be surprised. None of you bitches are social studies, what the hell? Alright, training room. I can do VR training. Alright, let's do it. This looks like it gives me, like, everybody. Where is the barrier generator? Where the hell am I? Okay, barrier's over there. It looks like I've only got bottom and right. Okay, that's not bad.
I'll do what little I can.
He's about to eat a shitload of damage.
All right, let's get started.
Actually, I think better off just leaving that side. Okay, what can I do over here? Good God, there's so many.
I'll take care of this. Kneel before me. Let's try one of these. I'll take care of this. You'll go no further.
Let's give it to him.
I can't, like, get to any of the guys.
Hauling ass. Heads up. Let's freaking go.
Let me at him. Let him loose.
Alright, let's see what this does. This is gonna be a rough one, I feel.
Here we go.
Let's freaking go!
Let's do it to it! Doesn't hurt!
Rev it up. Let's freaking go! Eat this! Oh yeah!
Oh, he's stunned, so his counter spell isn't, his counter thing isn't working.
Let's give it to him! Knocked it out of the park!
Okay.
Prepped and ready! Mow 'em down!
Any way I can get more AP out of these guys?
Time
yes.
for battle. Die! How unsatisfying.
I can do this much. Just a little bit stronger. I'll go, if you can stand me.
I think this is probably for the best.
I'll get in their way for once.
That's gonna hurt a lot.
Here I go! I don't want to burden you. I'll try. How's this? Please let me handle this.
Ow! Guess I'm screwed up! Ouch!
Okay, I need to do something about all of that. But first, I believe I can use...
Like looks a little dangerous.
Yeah.
You're coming with me! Player 2, you're up.
Alright, that takes care of that.
Let's freaking go! That's what I'm talking about! Did you see that?
Let's do this! Oh yeah!
There we go. Now we're doing it over there.
Whenever you're ready.
What's Bolstering Bullet do again? Attack +1 and move +5.
I'll patch you up.
They have my gratitude. I guess it's my turn.
Sure, you should be able to take out a good chunk of these, I think. If I can find the right angle for it. Which it appears I cannot.
Time for me to move.
Onward.
Actually, I think this will be better. Fuck, I can't get an angle on this bitch, can I? Well, I sort of can. We'll take it, I guess.
You've left yourself open. I've got you.
I'm ready as I'll ever be. I'll defend all of you! I actually did it!
That didn't lower voltage, or I gained enough that it didn't matter.
We better get moving.
Let us begin. Ned! I'm burnt out.
Okay, I believe I now
My
have
turn.
this.
Take this. Broken so soon.
Okay, there's a big guy left over there. The rest of it is all little guys.
Kneel before me! This will show them.
Actually, I might be able to
Let
get
me
all
handle
of them with this. Not quite.
Let's
No,
freaking-
not
I'll
chemo
show you
animal.
what's
Give him
up.
an agility potion.
Here
That
you
should
go.
fix it.
Just watch me.
No, we'll do that. That's
Bang,
fine.
bang, bang!
That's fine.
Let's
Go
go.
do this guy. Give him an impact stab. That'll get him. Actually, besides last time, it's better in this case.
I've got this. All good.
I owe you. Good to go.
Now impact stab will get him.
All right.
I guess it's my turn. Allow me to trim down their numbers.
I'm good whenever. Ready when you are. How's this?
Alright, I think I've got it now. There's only one big enemy left.
Ah, ah. Locked and loaded. Watch out.
There's that.
I'm
and then
good to
we'll
go.
do Whip.
Does this do it for you?
Then there's this guy
Locked
here.
and loaded. Stay back.
Thank you very much.
Rev it up.
If I
All
do
in
this, does 7 damage.
Let's do this.
What if we give him an attack?
I'm all
boost and then-
fired up. Let's freaking go.
Damn, there's no way to get both of them. That would have been funny, though. Yeah, there's no way. Oh well, I'll get rid of the big guy.
Eat my dust.
Oh, getting rid of the big guy actually gives me another round, I think, because it should give me another AP for being.
That's what you get.
And using that doesn't use AP.
me out.
Right.
Get the hell out of my way.
My turn at last.
Bonk. I win! Good job, VR training. And once again, the only person that died was Dorami, because I killed her on purpose. Oh, no, that doesn't use the whole day. That was the second half of a day I used that on.
You never will then.
We made it through another day. Our last battle was still pretty recent, so there probably won't be another for a while, but this is the invaders we're talking about. They don't do predictable. I better rest up for whatever tomorrow brings. I fell asleep surprisingly easy that night. Compared to when I first got here, the absurdity of the situation and the overhanging threat of enemy attacks didn't bother me nearly as much as it used to. Maybe I was getting used to this place, but was that a good thing? Day 48.
Get ready, prepare to be ready to get.
Morning already. Better head over to the cafeteria. Oh, there are several people outside. Darmy and Coco. I can't take it anymore. Everyone's gotten over their differences and they're all getting along better than ever. I can't even kill myself to spice things up. I'd just come right back again. Maybe it'd be better if I did die for real. No one needs poor old Darmy anymore. I'm so emotionally exhausted, all I can do is cry. I think I'd rather not get involved in whatever that is. She probably just needs to get it out of her system. Why am I not allowed to talk to the others? I want to make friends too. Huh? I want to come out of my shell. I want to change. Still mumbling to herself, Kako wandered off toward the cafeteria. Just punch him in the balls. You've got to punch him in the balls. Everything will be better if you punch him in the balls. When I got to the cafeteria, everyone else was already there, chatting pleasantly over their morning meal. So, Shoma, I've been wondering, what actually powers your robot suit? What's the structure of mechanical parts like? I think it runs on hemoanima, and sorry, I don't really know that much about how it fits together. Maybe you can summon it for me sometime. I'd love to take a closer look at it. Tsubasa, please, you shouldn't get so close. My body odor is hazardous to the health of everyone around me, especially girls. Oh, I bet it's not that bad. It's not, is it? Is this the price of your powers, Sir Shoma? Did you have to make a vow never to allow yourself to be touched by a woman unless she bests you in fair battle? But in the midst of all that merriment, two figures remained steadfastly silent. They're awfully quiet today, even for them. I started toward Imo and Kako, but before I could reach them, another voice called out to me. Takumi, do you have a minute? It's important. Oh, okay. What's up, Eito? It's about what we discussed before. You know, my theory about how we all got here. Oh, did you find out anything new? Not exactly. I know this will sound weird in light of what I said before, but I don't think we're dealing with a parallel universe after all. Huh? After we learned about world death yesterday, I did a lot of thinking. We're here fighting the invaders to make it safe for the remnants of humanity to move out of the Tokyo residential complex, right? So the complex and the academy don't exist in different worlds like we originally thought. It's just that one is on the surface while the other's underground. When you think about it that way, the idea that we've been transported to a parallel universe starts to look less credible than it did before. One more thing. I've been asking everybody about their lives in the complex, trying to build up a more complete picture. If we really were on a parallel universe now, it wouldn't be out of the question for some of us to have originally come from different versions of the TRC. And so far as I can tell, our accounts line up perfectly. There's no doubt we all came from the same place. Okay, but there's still stuff we can't explain, right? Stuff that supported the parallel universe theory? You mean the connection between Nozomi and your old friend Karawa? I'm afraid I'm no closer to solving that mystery. Right now, I can only assume their likeness to each other is a coincidence or that they're the same person and something's gone wrong with their memory. Those are our options now? There's no way this is just a coincidence, in that case. When you say something's gone wrong, do you mean... Hey, you two, what are you whispering about over here? What? Oh, nothing at all. That's right, we're just having a normal conversation, nothing suspicious here. You know, saying that only makes you seem more suspicious, right? Anyway, all this completely normal conversation has given me an appetite. Let's dig in. Yes, my thoughts exactly. Eito and I gave our attention wholeheartedly to our food in a vain attempt to throw Nozomi off our trail. Feeling bloated from scarfing down so much so quickly, I went back to my room to let my stomach settle. Good job, dumbass. Phew. Now that I think about it, Eito's probably right. Knowing what we do now, there's no reason to think our residential complex exists in a totally different world from this one. But then how do we explain Nozomi and Karawa? Coincidence? Amnesia? Even if we do fit in one of those explanations, how are we supposed to prove it? If I ask Nozomi about it directly, it'll only put her on the back foot again. She's finally started getting comfortable around me. I don't want to jeopardize that. Once I get like this, it's hard to think about anything else. I'm starting to wish Eito never shared his theory with me in the first place. I need to do something to take my mind off this. How should I spend my free time today? You should spend it learning social studies. We should spend it in the library learning social studies. Unless there's anybody to hang out with that does social studies. Hold on. Wait. 1 second. Any of you guys know social studies? Karawa knows social study. Not Karawa. Kurata. Kurata. Different. Kurara, where are you? I need your social studies. I need you to study socially, please. Excuse me. I don't believe this. It's unforgivable. Why is the decor in this school so cheap looking? It's so gaudy I could puke. Stinks like nouveau riche. Enough. I can't take this anymore. Talk to me. I command you to blow up the school immediately. Blow up? Have you lost your mind? Send this tacky school to hell where it belongs and build a castle worthy of my nobility. I'm gonna set up the bombs. You help. I desperately tried to calm Kurata down, somehow getting her to give up on her plan. Are all rich people this delusionally self-absorbed? Your experience to unlock the keyword celebrity. Inspiration went up by 6. Nice. Up though. Free time again. Oh boy. Social studies? Social studies? No, you're Jim. I know what you are. Kurara again. Don't mind if I do. Wait, actually, if there's any keyword... Hold on, let me go to the crafting bench. If there's any celebrity stuff, I can give it to Kurara. Hello. Filters. Keyword celebrity? Silverware. Silverware or rare delicacies? I've got plenty of plants. Let's build a rare delicacies. Crafting complete. Oh, Kurata. I need...
This is a surprisingly sensible choice coming from you. I suppose you deserve some praise.
Thanks. Yeah, my social studies go up. Woo!
You never will then.
Another day gone. Time sure flies when we're not fighting. Now that I'm alone, though, I can't help coming back to the Nozomi Karawa issue. I need to stop thinking about this. There's nothing I can do about it for now. I got into bed and with difficulty cleared my mind. I didn't want to lose sleep over this problem if I could help it. And so the curtain fell on my 48th day at Last Defense Academy. Day 49.
Get ready, prepare to be ready to give.
Wonder if anything's gonna happen at day 50. Everyone's probably meeting up at the cafeteria. I should get going too. Oh, what do you want? I actually genuinely dislike you. You're the most fun voice to do, certainly. Ah, Mr. Sumino, perfect timing. Can I give you a message for the others? A message? What is it? My dear sister and I won't be coming to the cafeteria for a while. I've decided that we need to put some distance between ourselves and the rest of you. In short, I'd like you all to leave us alone. Huh? What do you mean? Your presence is having a pernicious influence on my dear sister, and I can't allow that. Nothing personal. Ima left, flashing me the same carefree smile as always. What the heck was that about? What's going on with those two? We need to kill him. I need to beat him with a hammer. Many hammers. Maybe even I can borrow Josh's big rock. Oh, they're in the same room. Great. Cool. Cafeteria is full like it had been the last few days. Kako and Ima were the only ones missing. Aren't the twins coming today? I don't know. Should I go check on them? I'd offer to do it, but I'm afraid the sight of me so early in the morning would ruin their entire day. I saw Ima earlier. He's fine. She said he wants us to leave him and Kako alone for a while. Come to think of it, he told me the same thing. Wonder what's gotten into him. Something about us having a pernicious influence on his dear sister, right? Well, that's just rude. Accurate, though. The walls are awfully thin around here, Kyoshika. I heard you and your sword going at it last night. That's a lie. I was being so careful. Nobody could have heard me. You realize you just admitted you were up to something, right? Well, it's not like I'm treating Ima like dirt as anything. Ima treating us like dirt is anything new. I say leave him be. Nothing any of us say is going to convince him to fight anyway. He's never isolated himself in Kako like this before, though. I think I'd better ask him about it next time I see him. All right, good luck with that. Putting aside our concerns about the Tsukumo twins, we continued our breakfast without further incident. After a while, I decided to head back to my room. Presumably for more free time. Even if things are quiet now, I shouldn't let my guard down. I have to be ready for the next attack whenever it does come. Day 50 would be a good day for it. I don't need social studies anymore, but I can now build some stuff, so let's go to the metal shop and build some stuff. Actually, no. Let's go to the... Hi, Kuraro. 1 second. Hold on, 1 minute. Sorry. Sorry. I don't have, like, anything for you yet, huh? Oh, I need science for you. Okay. Debuff enemies in a large area. That is a large area. Corrects one enemy in front. Okay. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to give him an upgrade. He doesn't have any yet. Maybe even 2 upgrades, because I'm feeling generous. So science should probably be the next thing I start buffing, though. I've got science, gym, and linguistics I need to buff yet. Craft support tower, yes please. In battle now have a 50% chance of gaining support status. I don't know what that does. Nice and range. What's the range of it? Does it say? It sure doesn't. I can't buff it again though. Well, I should look at other people, see what they've got. Rescuable at target range +1. What does that mean? I mean, shit, I'll do it, because I want to know what that means. Shoma. Counter puts in a vertical line. And it heals one? Oh, okay. I mean, that's not terrible. And now I have enough social studies to get it. Tsubasa, I can't really give her anything. Ato. Give him Counter-Strike, I guess. Darmy. Need linguistics for you. Like a long range, and it gives her another thing. Put him up. Put him up! And air blade, a vertical slash attack. Flight +2. Oh, that means it deals 2 more damage to flight cards. Or flight characters. I see. Okay, now I am once again out of materials, so... But I want to learn science so I can get more stuff. So let's go talk to Yugamu. The infirmary. Hello. I'd like to hear more about your childhood friend next time. You said she looked just like me? Yeah. You have to be the same person. I find it hard to believe you could be anybody else. But you're also definitely not lying, so I don't know. You good, man?
Huh?
Yugamu, what are you doing here? I was just pondering the differences between life before and after revival while I was looking at the Revival-matic. The differences? When we die, we're thrown into the Revival-matic and our bodies are brought back. Our bodies come back in perfect condition as if the death never happened at all. But can we really say for certain that we're the same person we were before we were brought back? What do you mean? Of course we're the same person if we're back. You're right that our body is the same, but my problem lies within our consciousness. Consciousness? I wonder if I can truly conclude that my consciousness after my resurrection is the same as the me that existed prior to resurrection. It could very well be that all of us are mere copies. I couldn't exactly keep up with what Yugamu was saying, but for whatever reason it gave me goosebumps. Keyword, horror. Free time. To the gift room. It's horror time. Excuse me. Hold on. Horror. Just a noose. Skellington. Oh, he would love this. That uses a lot of materials I don't have a lot of, though. You know what? Let's give him the Iron Maiden. He's worth it, probably, right? Hey, Yugamu. You like torture devices?
This excites me so much I might accidentally kill you on impulse.
Don't. Booyah, science up. It's that easy.
You never will then.
Like I made it through another day. I get the feeling things won't stay this peaceful for much longer. I looked up suddenly, startled out of my thoughts. Nothing had really happened, but I sensed something. Was it my imagination, or was there someone just outside my door? Who is it? I noticed a little symbol next to... I cautiously opened the door, wondering why whoever it was didn't knock or ring the bell. But when I got outside, there was nobody there. So I was just imagining it. I felt so sure, though. Oh, and it's raining, too. It's really coming down hard. Raindrops were pelting the rooftop all around me, producing a relentless rhythmic beat.
I probably mistook this sound for footsteps or something. Yeah, that must be it. Oh, seriously. This rain stuff is nothing but trouble. I'm gonna get soaked standing out here.
I turned around to go back inside, but found myself gazing up at the sky. The moon. That big rock again. Weird, it looks bigger than it was before. Does it change from day to day? Maybe it's just a trick of the light and the rain.
I want to see the sky and the stars and the moon with my...
Moon? What's that?
A big chunk...
I guess that must be the moon. The one Karuo wanted to see so badly. What? What's that? It looks like there's... Excuse
Looks
me?
like there's something mechanical on the surface. What's that all about? I thought the moon was meant to be just a hunk of rock.
That's the... Huh? Huh?
You again? When did you...
It's trying to tell me something, just like before. I still can't hear a
Never
thing.
mind that. I'm not letting you get away this time. Everything that's happened to us is your fault. Sirei being killed, Hideko going missing, you were behind all of it, weren't you? What are you? One of the commanders? You know what? Save it. You can explain yourself once I know you're not going anywhere.
Just as I lunged forward to grapple with the fiery invader, there was a sound like the sky ripping apart and a blinding flash of light. I was so surprised that my whole body tensed up. My foot came down on the slick ground at a weird angle and I lost my balance. Next thing I knew, well, nothing. I totally blacked out. Huh? We're not gonna aggress the fucking space station, the Death Star.
Get ready for... You're stepped in blood so far. Returning would be as tedious as to go o'er. There's no turning back now. In honor of the occasion, I've unlocked the courtyard. It's the perfect place to enjoy a moment of quiet contemplation. I've also prepared a special gift for each and every one of you brave soldiers. I'll give them to you in person. So come find me in the cafeteria.
Well, well. I came to lying on the cold, hard surface of the school rooftop. Was I dreaming? No, my back was aching too badly for this to be anything but real. For a moment, I couldn't remember how I got there. But then it all came rushing back. The invader made of undying flames appeared again last night. That's right, he attacked me! What was that weird technique he used? It looked like the whole sky lit up for a second, and then... Are you alright, Takumi? What are you doing out here? Oh, hey, Eito. That was some weather we had last night, huh? I've never seen lightning before. Lightning? A discharge of electricity from storm clouds. It happens here in the outside world from time to time. You probably heard the thunder. That's the sound of it hitting the ground. There's enough force in each strike to cause instant death. Instant death? That's what I read anyway. Lightning is rare, but when it happens, it's swift and deadly. Honestly, with such dangerous natural phenomena to deal with, it's hard to believe humanity survived out here for as long as they did. Wait, natural phenomena? So all that was just natural? It wasn't an attack? But then why did I... You sure you're feeling all right, Takumi? You look pale. Maybe you should get some rest. I can bring you your breakfast if you like. I don't mind making the trip twice for you. That's what friends are for, right? No, I'm fine. I just need a minute. I'll see you in the cafeteria. Okay, but let me know if there's anything I can do for you. Thanks, bro. With a reluctant smile, Eita went on ahead. That lightning flash wasn't something the invader did. Why did they end up passing out until morning? How did that happen again? I thought back to the events of last night. I lunged for the fire invader, there was a flash of light and a loud bang, then I was falling. Did I slip on the wet ground and hit my head? I guess that would explain it. That would have left me completely defenseless, though. Why didn't the invader finish me off? Another mystery to add to the pile. I should let the others know about this. They're probably in the cafeteria already. I don't like that you're both in there. I didn't even look at the rest of the school. Nope. Cafeteria it is. And there's a courtyard now. Oh boy. When I got to the cafeteria, I found everyone discussing the new area that had opened up. The courtyard, right? Yeah, I saw it. Looks pretty nice, huh? Yeah, it's a little on the plain side, but I like that it's got a ton of space. Why are there cages there, though? I didn't see any animals. If the cage is that big, we could keep an invader or two and make a nice and comfy home for them. Invaders are our enemies, not pets. Never mind that. Where's my present? I was promised a special gift for being a brave soldier. Are you saying there's no gift? No, everything is lies. Everything is lies. There's not much we can do about it. C-Ray isn't here anymore. What do you think he was gonna give us? The announcement made it sound pretty special. Doubtless it would be something intended to boost our morale and bring us some measure of joy, so perhaps a new set of torture instruments? Collars with bombs in them? You two are the only ones who'd want something like that. Nah, I bet it was a big wad of cash. Just my luck I'd miss out on getting it. I hated to ruin the mood, but they needed to know. I raised my voice to make myself heard above the tumult. Yeah! Everyone, can I have your attention for a minute? There's something I need to... Well, shit. Huh? Before I could go on, I was cut off by a blaring siren. The alarm! The invaders are back already!
Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Unauthorized personnel detected on school grounds. Defense mode initiated. All available troops prepare for battle immediately.
Seriously? There's usually more time between attacks than this. No fair springing another one on us this early. I'm gonna hurl. No matter how many times I hear the siren, it never gets any easier to deal with. Let's go, everyone. If the invaders are attacking, there's only one thing for us to do. Come, unwashed masses, to the war room! Right, let's do it! Everybody hurried out of the room, effectively putting the conversation on hold. Telling them about last night can wait. Defending the school comes first. That's what I have to focus on right now. Defeat the invaders, defend the school, save mankind. All right, everyone's here. Let's get out there and kick some ass. Wait a minute. I've been checking the security feed and something's not right. What you mean? You go out and pointing to the monitor.
There's no one there. I did a sweep of the whole perimeter, but the place is empty.
Hey, you're right. Where are the invaders? Don't tell me that was a false alarm. They must be invisible. We'll have to, like, pelt them with bags of flour or something.
Look, what's that? There.
Oh yeah, there's something. No, someone out there. Maybe a commander.
Coming out to face us all alone? I can't help but admire its courage.
I'm not so sure about that. Doesn't it look a little unsteady on its feet?
I'm pretty sure the security cameras have a zoom function. Here, I'll see if I can get us a closer look.
Tsubasa pressed a few buttons, and the image on the screen zeroed in on the strange figure, gradually showing more and more details.
A wrestler?
This one's not wearing a mask or nothing. Is that what the commanders look like underneath?
No, that's not a commander. It's Moko.
Huh?
Why is she wearing a wrestler
Moko!
uniform?
She's come back to us.
That's Moko?
Moko!
Well, we rushed outside to where the girl had collapsed and carried her back to the school. There was still a vacant room on the roof, so we set her up in there. Looks like she's not hurt too bad. I think she just passed out from exhaustion. That's a relief. I've got to say, though, I'm surprised. Is this really the girl you told us about before? Yes, this is Moko Mojiro, a friend, our ally, the one who saved our lives. She stopped the invaders from destroying the second campus at the cost of being taken prisoner, right? I guess she must have found a way to escape. I always knew she'd be all right. If the high school pro wrestling scene couldn't break her, what chance did the invaders have? So it's not just a costume. She's an actual wrestler. I wonder how she got through the wall of fire, though. Maybe she followed some invaders in? Or rather, she waited for them to make a hole in the wall, defeated them before they could use it, then went through herself. But that would mean she defeated a whole squad by herself. Trust me, Moko could have done it. That would explain why she's so tired now, too. Well, it's a better theory than anything I can come up with. If Moko's that strong, having her on the team is going to do wonders for our morale. I was so worried. I wanted to keep believing she'd be okay, but she was gone so long. Seems like this Moko girl means a lot to Nozomi. No, not just her. Yugamu, Kyoshika, and Kurata clearly care about her, too. They told me before that she saved their lives, but I never really got the full story. Look, she's opening her eyes. Huh?
Moko, are you okay? Do you recognize me? It's me, Nozomi.
Nozomi? And some guy I don't know? You brought your boyfriend over to watch me sleep? So not cool.
Did you come here all the way from the invaders' base? All alone? Are you going to be okay?
Ah, I'm fine. You know me. They must have ripped the F section out of my dictionary, because I don't know the meaning of the word fatigue. All this fatigue is really getting to me, though.
She knows the meaning of that word just fine.
Anyone got a moist towelette? My skin's gonna dry out if I don't take off my makeup before bed.
With the last nonsensical murmur about her skin, Moko closed her eyes and her head went limp. She's okay, just sleeping. She'll probably need more time to recover completely. At least she's not in any serious danger. I'm sure she'll be fine once she gets some rest. Now that she's on school grounds, we can revive her if the worst happens. Hopefully it won't come to that, though. I hope so. Come on, let's give her some privacy. She wouldn't like you watching her sleep, no matter how fascinating it is to you. Right. We should let Moko rest. Come on, let's go. Nozomi and I quietly slipped out of Moko's room. Once we were outside, Nozomi heaved a sigh of relief. This is such a load off my mind. I can hardly believe Moko found her own way back to us. I thought we'd be searching for her a lot longer. I always knew we'd get her back in the end, but I never expected it to be this easy. Let's hope this means our luck's starting to turn. Hey, about the battle when Moko got captured, what exactly happened back then? If it's okay with you, I'd like to hear more about how it all went down. That's fine. I guess I did just skim over it before. When we first woke up at the academy, we were scared and confused. From what you've told me, it probably wasn't too different from how things were here. But Moko took charge and stopped us from falling apart. That's just the kind of person she is. Whenever we were feeling down, she always knew what to say to cheer us up. Her smile could really light up a room. It's thanks to her that we learned to work as a real team. We'd never made it this far if it weren't for her. I wish we'd had someone like that here. But if it wasn't for just her personality, she could pull her weight in battle and then some. She plowed through any enemies that got in her way. It was amazing. I even saw her suplex an invader the size of a train once. She used wrestling moves on invaders? That is amazing. But then on our 10th day at the academy, a huge swarm of invaders attacked. It was only our second real battle, and even with Moko's help, we were totally out of our league. On top of that, the invaders weren't attacking blindly. They had a strategy, and they executed it perfectly. What kind of strategy? They kept us busy with their main force on the north side of the school grounds while sending out strike teams to isolate and eliminate us one by one. We were still new to fighting, and even when we realized what was going on, we couldn't react to it in time. It didn't take them long to destroy the barrier.
Moko and I were the only ones left standing. Yugamu, Kurara, and Kyoshika were all dead. Even worse, a stray shot put our revival-matic out of commission. And Nigo, the only one who knew how to repair it, was captured.
Well, that's no good.
Really? Nigo?
If we couldn't get him back, those three would be gone forever. But I had my hands full just keeping the invaders away from the school. Right when I thought my strength was going to fail me, Moko made her move. She knew losing Nigo would mean losing any hope of bringing the others back, so she charged right into the invaders' main force to rescue him.
She took them all on. Alone.
Yes, and there were a lot of them. More than enough to rival any squad we've fought since.
I don't know if it was the adrenaline or latent power or just desperation, but she somehow managed to make it to Nigo and throw him to safety. After that, though, she barely had any energy left, and that's when they captured her, huh? Nico got the infirmary up and running and revived the others as fast as he could, but it was too late. The enemy was leaving, taking Moko with them. By the time we could fight again, they were already gone. The commander must have used its brainwashing arrows to make her come quietly. No wonder everyone from the second campus loves Moko so much. If it hadn't been for her, they really would have been wiped out. She must have known that when she charged in, she wouldn't make it out again. She's just lucky they decided to take her prisoner instead of killing her outright. Seeing her again, I can't help but getting emotional. To do all that and escape and find her way on her own, she's so amazing. Yeah, there's really no other word for it. That's the part that bothers me, though. How did she escape, and how did she find us? I guess I'll just have to ask her when she wakes up. Nozomi and I went our separate ways, and I spent the rest of the day lounging around in my room. And that was day 50 at Last Defense Academy. We didn't fight any invaders, but we still had plenty to think about.
Get ready. Prepare to be ready to give your life.
First things first, I should go to the cafeteria and see how everyone's doing. Well, everyone except Ima and Kako. Ah, fuck. No, I didn't want to go back to my room. Get out of here, brother. Come on. Why do I always go that way? I know he's not going to be that way. What's up, Takumi? You pumped to start a new day? Another day defending humanity's future. I'm totally raring to go. Heck, I've always gotten fired up about helping people. It just ain't right to sit on the sidelines when you could make things better, you know? Appearances really can be deceiving. When I first met Takamaru, he seemed like a common street thug, but he's actually just a really nice guy, I think. I agree, Takumi. Takamaru is great. What a bro. What a lad. Alright, let's find Shoma. He's around here somewhere. Hey, brother. Hello, Takumi. Say, have you been to the courtyard yet? If you haven't, it's worth taking a look around it. The plants are really well maintained, and there are even animal pens there. There's no animals in them right now, but they look like they'd be a nice place to live, and they're big enough so you could even fit a person inside. But maybe you've seen them already. If that's the case, just ignore me. I'm sorry for being such an insufferable Butinsky. Alright, man. Alright, cafeteria. Kako and Imo weren't in the cafeteria that morning and expected that, but Nozomi was missing too. Are those peculiar siblings still eschewing our company? Seems like it. They're spending all their time in Ima's room. I'm starting to worry about them. What could they be doing in there all day? Probably something cliched and mundane, like planning a suicide pact. There's nothing mundane about that. Brother and sister alone together? Perhaps they're... Nay, such a thing would be far too outrageous. Do I even want to know what you're imagining? Who needs them? No point worrying too much. I haven't seen Nozomi this morning either. Is my pathetic presence repelling her? She's fine. Moko still hasn't woken up, so she's decided to watch over her and make sure she's okay.
Oh.
Too bad for you, huh, Takumi? Huh? I wasn't. Oh, you're blushing. Don't try to hide it, man. I can read you like a book. You want to get up close and personal with Nozomi, right? Maybe wrap your hand around her heart and feel its warmth before it beats its last?
Hey!
Was that a threat? Was it meant to sound romantic? I seriously can't tell with you.
Young love, why couldn't I have ended up in a killing game with someone with an itchy trigger finger?
Don't sell yourself short, Darumi. You can't just throw your life away with the first murderer who takes an interest in you. Those one-night stabs might seem exciting, but there's so much more meaning in a committed relationship. One where you let your bloodlust grow over time. Trust me, your death has value. You need to treat it with respect. Gotta hand it to you. If you take out all the serial killer crap, that almost sounds like good advice.
How is Moko doing? Even in the state she was in, I didn't think she'd stay unconscious for this long. Why not kill her and fix her up that way? Surely you jest. Even if she can be revived, Lady Moko is still our friend. We could never willingly harm her. Even I don't want to offer that way. It'd be such a waste of a good target. You guys have to talk about death and killing so much. I'm trying to eat.
It is a lot to deal with, first thing. I guess we can put this discussion on hold until later. After a while, we finished breakfast, left the cafeteria, and went back to our rooms for the time being. Who's the time being? I should just make a poster that says, who's the time being, with like a big question mark on it. There's not much I can do for her directly, but maybe I can take some of the pressure off her in my own way. To do that, I need to be as ready as I can for the next attack. Free time again, I'm spoiled. Do we get a full body of Mojo yet? Moko? That's not her name. Maybe it's on the report card? Holy shit. Hell yeah, let's go. Backstage politicking, fair. Tools. Sorry, I got distracted. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Ah, Hiroko. We still don't know where you went. Have I given anybody more than one commander absorption? I have not. Good old Takamaru. What a guy. What a bro. Alright, where am I going? What do I want to do? I got my science up. But I think I'm out of, like, I'm, like, real low on materials. I do need to boost linguistics, too. I need rocks real bad. Let's go out and get some minerals, maybe. Well, no, I haven't unlocked the minerals area. That's probably going to be hard. Science. Let's use... Is there anybody I can do social studies with? Or linguistics, excuse me. Oh, right. I can check the report card. Surely I have a word for Darumi already. See if I can make anything, maybe. Give me a boost. Darumi, what do you like? Art items. You like hashtag art? I can find you some hashtag art. Art. I don't think this is most of the... Depressing Erogi. Get notes on a depressing story to unlock. Damn. I was like, this would probably be good. Hey, I hit the bullseye. Nice. Can I just do that like once a day for like 5 VP? Alright, let's talk to Darumi.
I'm so relaxed right now. I'm obsessed with places full of low-life scum like this. Casinos inspire so much human greed. Friends turning on each other after losses, the crackling tension in the air, the birth of lifelong grudges. Taking in all this misery really helps me feel relaxed. Oh, Darumi's a really terrible person. How did she ever get selected for the Special Defense Unit?
Your experience unlocked the keyword soothing. Hi, Malagai. My creativity went up by 6. 2! We've done it! Free time again. You missed a fucking space station. You missed that there was a space station? You missed that Takumi looked at the moon and then he was like, wait a minute, it's all mechanical up there. Huh, that's weird. And then he didn't question it. Also, the wrestler girl showed up and I'm like, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. I can't go out for materials because I've already done. That's no moon. Yeah, no, I literally same joke. Don't worry, I didn't miss it. I guess I can hang out with Takamaru. That'll give me some gym points. Why is he in the parking lot? Hi, Takamaru. Oh man, this is a sweet ride. Hey, Takumi, how about you let me paint this bus? Paint? You want to repaint the bus? Yeah, I mean, the invaders are gonna think we're pushovers in this lame thing. First impressions mean everything, and that goes for a man and his ride. Let's get some war paint on this thing and show them we're serious. War paint? What kind of look were you thinking of? Ain't it obvious? We will ride eternal, shiny and gold. Witness us! I'm gonna paint a huge tiger on the side, too. Let them know they're in the presence of some wild animals. I fully and utterly rejected Takamaru's proposal. After spending some time together, I understand Takamaru better now. Borkrad's wish list has been updated. And my stats. That was a Fury Road reference. I did catch that.
At ease, soldiers. You
Yeah,
never
man.
know. Well, then.
Yeah, listen, I know, man. Nighttime already. The day's gone pretty quick. Oh, with all the excitement of Moko showing up, I completely forgot. I was supposed to tell everyone about my encounter with the ghost boy the night before last. I never figured out what happened after I was knocked out. He could still be here in the school somewhere for all we know. If I start talking about that now, though, it'll probably only make everyone more confused. I resolved to bring it up tomorrow morning instead. For now, it was late and I need to get some sleep. Day 52.
Get ready. Prepare to spend another. Be ready to give your lot.
Okay, time to go to the cafeteria and tell everyone about what happened. Way outside? Nozomi's outside. Where the twins are not in their room. Where'd they go? Hey, Nozomi. Moko's still unconscious. She's able to swallow liquids, and sometimes she seems like she's vaguely aware of her surroundings. Can't help but worry, though. I'm gonna stay by her side until she's ready to wake up. That's going to be a lot of work. Remember to take care of yourself as well, okay? I know. I came back to change and freshen up, but I should be getting back to Moko now. Longer Moko stays unconscious, the worse Nozomi is going to feel. I hope she wakes up soon. I still haven't seen this courtyard either. Where is the courtyard? If I were the courtyard, where would I be? Ah, second? The courtyard's on the second floor? Come again? Excuse me? Oh, this is lovely. So this is the courtyard. Are those cages over there? Are we meant to keep animals in here? They're too big for rabbits or guinea pigs. They actually look human-sized. The gaps between the bars are pretty narrow. That's not even enough space to reach a hand through. There's a notice here. Let's see. These cages are fitted with electromagnetic wave generators. They can be used to disable prisoners' powers and abilities. Disable their powers? Does that include Hemo Anima? Why would we need to lock anyone up here, though? Wrong button. Naomi got all excited the other day when looking at this cage. She's the last person we should hand the key over to. What a pretty fountain. It might be nice to just stare at it and space out for a while. Ah! Ah! Animals, they keep startling me. Alright, what's on this side? Ah, it's parallel. They're the same. Well, that's delightful. Cafeteria. I was expecting a peaceful morning. Those hopes were shattered the moment I got inside the cafeteria.
Told you! I've had enough!
Huh? Kako and Ima? They're actually here today. What's going on? Hey, Kaku. What's up? Hey, Kaku, what's up? Is something wrong?
I can't take it anymore. Always doing what my brother tells me, staying in his room all day. I've had enough of it. At this rate, we'll pass the whole 100 days just hiding, not doing anything useful. I don't want that. I want...
I want to fight too, just like everyone else.
You do? Well, it's about time, but hey, better late than never. Of course you can join the team. Let's 86 those invaders and save the world together.
Don't be so ridiculous. Who gives a rat's ass about the world?
What was that? All of you, do you see what you've done? Are you proud of yourselves? All your ridiculous talk of teamwork and fighting for a greater cause has poisoned my dear sister's mind.
Nobody's poisoned me, brother dearest. Why? Why are you always like this? You never let me do anything. You never even call me by my name. Do you have any idea how much I hate that sister dearest stuff? I know you don't want me to get hurt, but I can't go on like this anymore. Everyone is working so hard, putting their lives on the line while we just keep ourselves safe.
You want to be a coward? You can do it alone.
A coward? Sister dearest, why would you say such an awful thing to me?
I'm sorry, but that's how I feel. How much longer is this family drama going to go on? I'm falling asleep over here. Shh, don't butt in. They need to work this out between the two of them. Brother dearest, please. For once, just listen to me. Let me do what I want. This is important. Let me fight.
Let me do something that matters. That's all I ask.
Well, this is a surprise. I don't think I've ever heard you speak so forcefully, sister dearest. You're really serious about this, aren't you? I guess there's only one thing for me to do, then.
I have to punish you for stepping so far out of line and give you a thorough re-education.
What?
Come along, back to our room. You need a stern talking to.
No, please.
Come along, sister dearest. Do as your dear brother says. Ima grabbed Kako's hand and started dragging her toward the door. Before he could get there, that's enough. Give it a rest, man. Takamaru stepped in to block their path. I don't care if you are her brother. You got no right to treat Kako like this. If you really love her, shouldn't you respect her opinion a little more? What did you say? What makes you think you have any right to decide what's best for my dear sister?
I have to protect her. From herself, if necessary. Now, get out of my way!
Ima moved too fast for me to follow. One moment he was reaching into his pocket. Holy shit! The next he shoved something sharp and deadly looking into Takamaru's side. Yeah.
Takamaru!
You piece of shit.
It's your own fault for interfering. I am my dear sister's protector. Her rock, her guiding light, her everything. Her happiness is my responsibility and mine alone. She is what gives my life meaning. I would do anything to keep her safe. Any act of violence or cowardice or cruelty, nothing is too extreme for me.
Thunk. Takamaru fell to the floor, a red puddle sweating out beneath him.
No freaking way! He straight up shivved him!
There's so much blood. Kinda gets you in the mood, doesn't it?
Woohoo! The killings have finally started!
Come on, we have to stop the bleeding. We can use the tablecloth for bandages. Someone help me tear it into strips. But if I touch anything, my total failure pathogens could infect the wound. Never mind that, just do it. We all crowded around, doing whatever we could to help our fallen friend.
Wait a minute, the culprits escaped!
Huh? Guerrero was right. While the rest of us were busy tending to Takamaru's injury, Ima had disappeared, and he'd taken Kako with him.
They're both gone! Wasn't anyone watching the door?
The coward, a true warrior, would stay and face retribution for his actions. Just look at all that blood. I'm about to start drooling. We could deal with those two later. Right now, Takamaru takes priority. I think he's passed out from losing so much blood. We should dress the wound and get him somewhere he can rest.
There's no rush. If he dies, we could just take him to the infirmary and bring him back.
We still have to try to save him. Someone help me with his legs. We did our best to get Takamaru patched up. Then Eita, Yugamo, and Gaku and I carried him back to his room. It took 4 of us because of how huge he is. Alright, lower him down gently.
Huh?
Right. Once we got him into bed, we thought the hard part was over, but we were wrong. Takamaru's eyes flew open and he immediately tried to get back up. That son of a bitch! Where is he? I'm gonna tear him limb from fucking limb! Stop moving around, you're gonna make it worse. You need rest. This is just a scratch. Barely even hurts.
You're not fooling anyone, man. He cut you open, of course it hurts.
Bringing you back to full health with Revive-O-Matic's always an option. What do you say? I can make it quick. Don't give me that. Dying in battle's one thing, but I'll be damned if I'm gonna let something like this do me in. Of course, death isn't something to be treated lightly, even if we do have the option of bringing people back.
Hey!
In that case, you'll have to stay here and rest until your wound's healed. Don't tell me what to do. I can get up just...
See, what did I tell you?
Damn it. I'll get that little bastard for this. Nobody pulls a knife on Takamaru Yakushiji and gets away with it. You guys hear that? Ima's mine. Don't go past any visual anti-justice until I'm back on my feet.
Yeah, sure, not like I was about to go after him anyway.
I just don't understand. Why would he do something like this to a friend? He's always been protective of Kako, but this is taking it to another level. Damn it all the hell. When I get my hands on him.
Why did it have to be Takamaru he lashed out at? Things are only gonna get worse now.
We spent the rest of the day tending to Takamaru, forcing him back down whenever he tried to get up. Eventually, he fell asleep, and we finally felt confident leaving him alone. It was pretty late by the time I got back to my room. What a day. As if we didn't have enough on our plates with Moko's condition. Now we have to worry about Ima going postal on us, too. It's really gone too far this time. What was he thinking? Huh? What's that? As I looked absently around my room, I caught sight of something that hadn't been there before. I saw it also. There's a scrap of paper by the door. How did this get there? Is it some kind of note? Did someone leave it for me while I was gone? I picked up the paper and turned it over to find a message on the other side. The handwriting was rough and messy, as if it had been written in a hurry. Please convince my brother to let me fight. Huh? Is this? I don't recognize the writing, but given the content, this could only have come from Kako. She must have slipped away from Ima at some point and slid it under my door. She wants me to get Ima to change his mind? That's quite the tall order. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy who can be won over with a little argument. Not to mention, if I say the wrong thing, he might stab me, too.
You never will then.
Good night. Oh, it really is getting late. I must have spent more time with Takamaru than I realized. Maybe I'll show this note to everyone in the morning and ask them what they think I should do. If I'm going to talk him around, I'll need all the help I can get. Still puzzling over Kako's request, I slipped into a light, troubled sleep. My 52nd day of Last Defense Academy was over, and I wasn't sorry to see it go, either. Day 53!
Get prepared. Be ready to give your lot.
Who'd be calling on me this early? Still feeling groggy, I opened the door and was met with a bright greeting and a cheery smile. Good morning, Mr. Sumino. Ima, forgive me for skipping the small talk. I'm going to come right out and ask, are you hiding something from me? Hiding something? Perhaps I'm just imagining it, but then again, maybe I'm not. Well, which is it? No. Really, I just want to be sure I heard you correctly. Are you hiding something from me or not? Yes. I wouldn't say I was hiding it from you, but I did find a note from Kako last night. I never actually saw her, though, she probably just slipped it under the door. That does look like my dear sister's handwriting. May I? Crunch. Without waiting for an answer, Ima took the note from me, screwed it up into a tight ball. Hey, what are you doing? My dear sister clearly put a lot of stock in your oratory skills if she thinks they'd work on me. How about we make a deal, Mr. Sumino? Huh? A deal? If you really need more firepower, I don't mind joining the team. What? I do have one condition, though. You have to convince my dear sister not to fight. Convince Kako? She's going through a rebellious phase. No matter what I say, she refuses to see sense. I'd like you to use your talent for talking to people to get her to give up on this silly notion of fighting like the rest of you. If you can do that, I'll gladly put my life on the line instead. You really mean that? Cross my heart. Any attempt to put my dear sister on the battlefield is doomed to failure. She's meant to be protected, not a protector. She just needs somebody to convince her that this is for the best. That's where you come in. If you can manage that, I'll do enough fighting for the both of us. Well, do we have a deal? No. Don't be like that, Mr. Sumino. Do we have a deal? Fine.
Hey!
All right, I have a feeling you're not going to take no for an answer anyway. Another astute observation. Thank you for making this so easy, Mr. Sumino. Believe me, you've made the right choice. My dear sister is a lot of things, but a fighter is not one of them. If one of us has to get their hands dirty, it should be me. Anyone can see that. Okay, just so long as you hold up your end of the deal. I've already given you my word. Do I look like a liar to you? Yes, that's why I mentioned it. By the way, what if I can't persuade her? What'll you do then? Tut, such a negative attitude. Ill becomes you, Mr. Sumino. If that does happen, though, maybe I'll just break down the door to the defense room and end the war that way. What? So long as my dear sister can live the rest of her life in peace and safety, I don't care what happens to humanity or the planet. If I judge that this war is putting her undue danger, I won't hesitate to end it by any means necessary. Ima said all this with the same placid smile on his face that he always wore. If I didn't know better, I might have thought he was joking. I did know better, though. Behind that smile, he was dead serious. He would gladly doom humanity if it meant keeping his sister safe. She really is his entire world. Now that that's settled, you should get to work. If you can't talk her around by the time Mr. Yakushiji recovers, it will only complicate matters.
Hey!
And remind me, whose fault is that? Ha, guilty as charged. Well, good luck. Ima waved nonchalantly and sauntered out of the room, looking like he didn't have a care in the world. But turns out I'll be trying to convince Kako, not Ima. I don't like it, but Ima hasn't given me a lot of choice. He's not going to budge on this, I can tell. And honestly, he does have a point about Kako not being much of a fighter. I'll have to act like I've accepted her request, then turn it around on her once she's opened up to me. Kind of a rotten thing to do, but it's for the greater good. I'll start by asking the others about her. Alright, that's going to be a good place for me to stop. Where were we last time? 45? Hey, we made it 8 whole days this time. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good night. Have a good middle of the day. And I'll be back later for Warframe. Bye-bye.